Tails, you know why I dislike Sinnoh and Johto? It's because a lot of things, the games, I had bad experiences as a kid and was forced to look up solutions because I was stumped.
Zero says, for me, Pokemon meta is for adults. That is a terrible thing to have, is it? Because a lot of people are not going to be competitive. Like, you need to have a competitive mindset to do it, and a lot of people are not going to like that. That'd be like for Mario saying the main game is for kids and speedrunning is for adults.
Oof.
You need intense knowledge of the game that the average player doesn't want expected of them to do competitive.
Do you get all of the, like, HMs in a decent way in Hoenn?
I think so. But I don't think cut. I think cut is like out of the way, but cut is also 100% optional.
Okay.
So like you have to explore for it because it is a bonus, not
Okay.
required. Surface handed to
optional. That's
you,
neat.
right? I think Rock Smash is like just a random guy in a house, but it like it's like exactly where you need it.
Okay.
Like the exact place you're like, oh, I can't go anywhere. That's the town that Rock Smash is in.
Okay. So then, Kit, I'm going to posit that because Kit notes that this is the reason I don't like Sinnoh and Johto is because I had bad experiences where I was forced to look up solutions because I was stumped. And there were things I figured out in games very fast. I forgot what I was stumped on in Sinnoh and Johto until I replayed and I was like, oh, that's why I don't like replaying these generations. I'm going to posit that that the reason that it is through sheer luck that happened only in Sinnoh and Johto and not in Kanto for you.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kanto has the, like, at least Johto and Sinnoh, I can say, have the exact same two problems. And of why the fuck is that where you find waterfall? Why is it randomly in an off path of a cave? Why is it randomly hiding in the snow? And why are the rewards in areas it's hard to find or random side quests? It is through sheer luck that it is not that is not an experience shared with Kanto.
Oh, Purple Chugs is been lurking. Howdy, everyone.
Hey! Like Cohen or I hate New Mauville so much. I don't even remember it from ORAS, but I didn't do a lot of extra stuff.
New Mauville, as in the dungeon you get Thunderbolt from?
Wait.
Like the extra dungeon for
Lyra, I lied. I have a memory. I'm gonna also posit it's pure luck with Hoenn as well. And you want to know why?
What's that?
Because of the whole finding Kyogre bullshit. The Kyogre and what's his name? Where only if you talk to a random person in the games do they mention. Does someone call you and say something like I saw? No, that was only in.
It was only an Emerald.
And that was that for the them or was that for Rayquaza?
That was for Rayquaza, yeah. So
yeah, so because for those who don't know what I'm talking about, especially since this is directed at Kit, there's a sequence where it's finally time to find Kyogre or Groudon, and they're hiding somewhere. Team Walkware Magma has taken a submarine to find them, and they're like, you need to find where that is. They don't give you a fucking hint. Or if they do, it's some random dude that you have to talk to. All you know is that it's in a dive spot, of which there are a lot of in that game. And you just have to get lucky to find it. Little Tails didn't find it for months. And it's one of the reasons I actually have not liked going back to Hoenn, because it was one of the two things that were the biggest things to sour my experience with those games. So old Pokemon is bad about this.
I don't think it was. I don't think it was luck, because Kit says they hated that too.
Mm.
So it may just be like everything before that is fine, but that's where they drop the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no negative feelings towards that because that was about the time where I found out about game packs.
For me, I guess I'm bringing up it's the thing where Kit was like, I was able to find stuff through exploring, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Mhm.
And then I hate this specific area in Johto and Sinnoh because I got stumped. When they all have roughly the same problems, and that's why it feels like there's an element of luck on,
Yeah.
is this something where you got pissed off at the game and it gave you a bad experience versus I found like I did this game fine even though it's got the problems, is sheer luck, which is bad design, especially when it's for children.
Mhm.
And especially in a time before stuff like game facts. Like nowadays, even a few years back when my nephew and my niece were younger, they were very young, knew they could go online and look up a tutorial video on how to do it. We didn't have that. Oh, let's see. I think in Heart Gold Soul Silver makes they at least forced fly onto you. But God, if in the originals they didn't, her literal confront you as you left the gym, eesh. They didn't. She was just a random wanderer, and I know that because I missed it the first time.
Where's Fly in? Shout out to Hoenn, which is the only game that gives you Fly in Gen 1 through 4.
I swear I feel like their thinking is the cut thinking of this is technically a bonus. You don't need it.
Mhm.
But that's awful.
Mhm.
That's awful.
Yeah,
That's
because
awful.
it's just an offshoot. It's slightly better than Johto.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still really bad because it's like in Kanto because it's like an to the west of Celadon. There's a little side path to the side of the cycling road.
Mm-hmm.
Side path to side of cycling road, which is generally in the opposite direction of where most people are gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
So very easy to miss.
Mm-hmm.
It's better because, you know, Celadon is like the center of the map. But also part of the issue is just like, I guess they could have put it on, what's that place called? What's that place called? Is that place called? Cinnabar.
Mm.
But also if they put it there, the inherent flaw is just the game is over.
Yeah. Apparently HMO 2 and Sinnoh is just in a random galactic warehouse.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to how easy it is to miss that. I never miss Fly. I always get it. I missed Fly in our Brilliant Diamond duo lock.
That. I remember that because didn't I be like, I'll just fly back there, and you're like, we have Fly. I was like, yes. I didn't, but the worst thing is, I don't think I remembered where I got it either. I was like, I mean, I have Fly, so.
Yeah, I think the worst part is like, it's Brilliant Diamond. They have the auto. They have like the HMs via the watch. It's like, why didn't they just give you Fly for beating that fight?
Yeah.
So it's almost worse than it was originally because it's like, it's in a time where this shouldn't be a job. Why did I say that Murkrow?
Because it's cute. Also, I love that purple chugs here, and it's you, the endurance person. It's them. It's
them.
purple.
You named yourself gay. I did. It was the only option.
You can the old games where they just shout out your name. It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And then
it's not as good as the Hoenn games because like you type in your name In Fire Leaf Green, it's like, so your name is this. In the Hoenn games, it's just, so it's this. So
so you're gay. Do we show Jack's art here? Do we have that to show? It's the only Jack made the most amazing fan art for Lyra. I'm still thinking about the depression right on time from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
There we go.
It's a very important image that Jack made.
Where is that image? Put it.
Kid also knows that I'm so reluctant to look stuff up in games in the past in a game, despite being in the age where games are tutorials online. Here's the thing, I totally get that. I feel like, especially in gaming culture, there's a certain pride about not looking stuff up. I'm very big on my life is too short to be angry at most video games. So as soon as it's like, this is no longer a fun challenge for me, but something that is taking away my joy, in something that is meant that I'm only participating in to be engaged in, is where I'm like, fuck it, I'm looking it up. I'm very big on like respecting my own time.
He deserves
I hate
respect.
looking stuff up when thank you. I hate looking stuff up when it feels like the solution should be easy. That's fair.
Wait.
Also, what was I gonna say? Something.
Okay,
I know they're technically bonuses, but something. Does anyone remember the Reggie puzzles as a kid?
I do. Once again, Era Bride. Interesting. Once again, Era Bride discovered game facts, so it didn't bother me. But yeah, that was the thing they wanted people to learn, wasn't it?
It's even like though it's like I get stuff that's done by the unknown language, especially since so many of them look like letters for all of us English speakers anyway. Fuck Japan, I guess. That you can usually weasel out a lot of it, but then it's like it was Braille, and then you had to translate the Braille, and it was still like a weird poemy, like riddle. It's. If I remember correctly, it wasn't straight up like put a relicanth in this part in your party and put a whatever the fuck it was in this part in your party and then come here, and it's just like, and it's like, sir, this game is for children. This is a Denny's. Learning Braille for that was not worth it. I wasn't doing it at all.
I never could do them. The Braille translator.
The game came with a Braille translator.
This is news to me.
What?
Oh, did I move? I may have moved Jack's glorious art to the hard drive. Okay,
anyway, we're sending that to you later. We're finding that and we're sending I'm throwing that art at you later, Purple. Wait, hold on.
Wait, I should switch. This for its attack, not attack, and their accuracy is like -12.
But also you're absolutely not alone in not knowing this.
Don't worry, it's not you. Gen 1 through 4 Pokemon game design is just awful.
Yeah.
One of the funnest things about replaying a lot of games is going, oh, that was an improvement. looking at something badly done and being like, oh, that was an improvement.
Also something looking at it and being like, oh, younger me, you weren't stupid, this was bad.
Nice. Did anyone remember the gold silver level curve and how awful it is? Raise your hands if you remember how terrible the gold silver level curve is.
You can't see me raising my hand. I'm raising my hand. Lyra, I sent you the image.
Oh, well, clearly I have to
I
get
found
the image ready.
I found it in our chat with Jack.
Spicy. It's gay. How
It
could you
was
tell?
it was it was this important for Purple to see it. I'm playing Soul Silver now, so yes.
Ooh, see, that's one of the sucky things. But anyways, so we may not quite realize it because nobody plays red, blue, green, yellow. We all go to fire red, leaf, green. But the Gen 1 level curve is actually worse. You fight Erica and her Pokemon are like level 33, 36-ish. And then you go on to either Koga and Sabrina and their aces are level 50.
Yeah. Wasn't that like one of the horrible revelations we had live on stream? Was like, wait a second, are you telling me that Johto level curve is an improvement? And it's like, oh god, this was the better version.
There we go.
There we go, Purple.
Sadly, Purple is BRB right now.
Oh no!
So we'll have to save that for later.
It's okay. We needed it up and ready on the stream for a moment's notice anyway.
Exactly.
Also, Kit posits, you know what's funny, Tails? When I played a game as a kid, it was like, oh, this is fun. But when I replay nowadays, I'm like, how the fuck did I beat this? And some things just turning out hard. Honestly, I don't know how younger me beat a lot of Pokemon games with no help. I really
That's my
don't.
secret cap. I didn't beat a bunch of them. My first Pokemon game I beat was Emerald.
You know what? Actually, I think I know how I beat it, and I also think I know now why, by comparison, you didn't. Lyra, you were homeschooled when you were younger, right?
Correct.
So I definitely remember having jam sessions as a kid where you go to recess and it's like, yeah, I did this, but I don't know what to do here. And all of us trying to hash out what you were supposed to do, or just sneaking your game there so your friends who figured it out could tell you, or you could all figure it out together. And you didn't have a jam session of other kids who were also stuck and also probably had older siblings who could help them.
Yeah,
and then they could tell all their friends.
I was the older sibling.
Oh no!
That's me, man.
Also, Patrick Kit's like, is it hard or am I just rusty? Both. The game was incredibly hard, or and quite often hard because of bad game design, and you are also very rusty from it. Whereas as a kid, you probably played it a lot, and therefore had a lot of practice on it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like people underestimate how much like practicing and getting good at a bad game can make it seem less bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, I definitely have bad, like much worse games that I played, especially as a kid, and I could play really well. They were bad games. I could do great on them because I spent 600 hours playing them. You know, there's a certain point where it's 600 hours, you're gonna be good at the game. So yeah, are you rusty on them? Yes. Are they also really hard? Yes.
Another thing I don't think people put into account enough, and I definitely think it mixes with what you mentioned and makes it even more powerful, is how much more free time we had as children.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we could sit down and play video games all weekend, bar our parents allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
And now, you know, I probably have as much time in a month to play video games as I did in a week as a kid.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. one of my like core memories, and it's one of the things I think of when I think of the joy Pokemon has brought me, was playing Yellow version, and I was that super cool kid because I had the thing would let you play it on the television on the big screen. I remember playing it. It was I was doing Yellow version for the umpteenth time. God knows how many times I did it. And I did this often, so it's probably a conglomerate of memories, but I would always raise Pikachu. I would train Pikachu off all of the weak ass Pokemon until it was a high enough level to beat Brock through the sheer force of like quick attack. Probably tail whipping quick attack. And I did that, and every time, because Pikachu is my starter.
You pulled an Ash and got your Pikachu up to level 26 before the first gym. Special shout out. No one really factors in. If levels exist in the anime, Pikachu knows Thunderbolt for Brock's gym, which would make him level 26.
Powerful. But yeah, that was a thing I would do. I remember my spot in my house, and I would get all my blankets and I'd get my pillow, and I'd literally play into the night until I was too tired to play, and I'd fall asleep listening to the Pokemon music. And it is a core memory, and I love it. And I knew exactly what to do for Brock's gym because I'd played through Yellow version 100 times. I'm really good at not losing Pokemon in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, because I've played Heart Gold and Soul Silver like 20 times. At least. So it's like, it makes games that are not that well designed really easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, oh no.
Which is especially a bite is physical, not the bite is special in this generation.
When if you see my first Emerald team, I do. Shout out my 4 girls and 2 guys. Graph. Yes.
All right. I
was wondering how I beat Pokemon Fire Red soloing it with my starter, because fun fact, that was the first game I ever beat. Starter was Charmander. Brute forced my way without catching much other Pokemon. Used Charizard. Her name was Ash. If I try that now, I'd be overthinking and suffering and wondering how. In fairness, Pokemon's designed to be able to be brute force with your starter. That's like a solid thing, and many of my friends did that. And Tails, why do you remember that? Because I could always beat them when we did battles together, because it was always a matter of taking on their starter. Which was always level 70 by the end of the game, mind you, where my Pokemon are like level 50. But once you took out that starter, like the next highest Pokemon was level 30. Yes. And then everything after that was fodder up to a Pidgey who's there for Fly. And it's like, I would routinely do that because the game's designed that if you just want to use your starter through the whole thing, you could theoretically brute force your way into it, because this is designed to be able to be played by 4-year-olds. Rightfully so. It's designed to be approachable as baby's very first JRPG, which is why it's amazing that the past versions of it were so bad at doing that.
It's designed to be baby's first JRPG. That's very hard if it's your first JRPG.
It's designed to be baby's first JRPG by people who do not design video games at all and are actually just character designers. So actually, when you say it out loud like that, it checks that this is very hard.
They're just character designers, and their RPG experience, but their video game experience before this was a platformer, I believe. And they built their entire foundation on artists with experience making a platformer, and they've just tried to make that shattered foundation work for 25 years, and it doesn't. Anyways, Purple's back. So here's Jack's gay art.
It's very good. It's gay. Could you tell? The worst thing is, it did work, Lyra. Marketing-wise, it worked great. Having 150 marketable designs, man.
We'll just leave that in the corner until Purple notices, just in case. Or Purple comments, just so we know that they noticed.
Does anyone else think Penny theme at one point sound like VVs are barking along? I have to re-listen to it for that. It was something I realized child itself did not care for the story until I was introduced to Cynthia, and I fell in love with Cynthia. So until you saw Hot Lady, and then you were invested. That's fair. That's fair. Liar, don't say it. Liar, it's fair.
Well, my whole plan spoiled now.
Friendly reminder, I can't see who's in your front party. Because you're too busy being gay. Rave!
He was up all night raving. I just got down from Mount Moon, but I've still got gas in the tanks. You know there was a place to rest between here and Mount Moon, right?
What do you mean you just got done with Mount Moon? You just did so much more walking. I want you to know I had no agency to play Gen 4 until I watched the anime, and I wanted Luxio so bad. Valid. Also, you fell in love with anime, Cynthia. An even better choice.
Even better choice. He has even more personality there.
Still thinking about...
She completely overshadows Leon in his own generation. I mean, what?
Still, not only that, that's like the second time I feel like it happened, because she was the one who came into the Gen 5 like anime and was like, all right, clearly we can't trust Alder with the emergency stuff.
She completely overshadowed Alder in his own generation.
If I had a nickel for every time Cynthia overshadowed another champion in their own generation, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice. Purple, are you enjoying Jack's great fan art? Alder tried to flirt with her and he was dumped so hard he needed a burn heal. Clearly Cynthia's arrow ace. She's an arrow ace queen.
Does that mean she's not gay?
Oh, that's true, and we have seen her with Diantha.
That's true, we have seen her with Diantha.
I love that I didn't even know. Like, it's one of those things where every ship has people who ship it, but it's like, I didn't even think much of that ship, and then it's like they interacted for a second, and we're in a few scenes where you can see them together, and fucking, that whole side of the fandom's like, we were fed, and I was like, you people are here? Wait a second, hold on. Wait, hold on, actually. I see it taking over the stream, I love it! So anyway, Jack makes some of the best fan art. I'm imagining that mine is having this rant. Perfect.
Wait, no. That the person having the rant is the Espeon. I'm the Minen.
That's true. I'm the very adorable Espeon.